Our names are Chris and Steph, and we live on Pender Island in the Gulf Islands in beautiful British Columbia. Loving Off the Land is our 365-day challenge to ourselves to see if we can only eat what we catch, grow, harvest, and raise. Please help us out and hit the subscribe button below, and we hope you enjoy following along with our journey.
So it's Thanksgiving weekend, and Steph and I are going to head home to our families to spend Thanksgiving together. And of course, they're having their traditional meals with their big turkeys, but Steph and I are going to take individual chickens to eat and make our own food while we're there with our family. So first of our meat birds are going to go, and this will be our first time taking one of our meat birds, so we'll show you how that's going to happen. And I feel kind of bad just randomly choosing, because we got 15 of them and we're going to take 3 today, so I feel bad just choosing, but we're going to try to find some fat ones and use those. See who's the biggest. So we've got him here. This little contraption here isn't the best name, but it's called the killing cone. They kind of go in upside down, so they bleed quicker, and they can't escape once they're in there. But be a little frantic for him, but hopefully we'll keep it kind of calm and relaxed for him as much as we can. Goes in. Should just be able to. There we go. This part's never easy. You can see it's pretty calm for him. It happens a lot quicker than it will with the turkey the way we did it. So I'm really not sure what's the most humane way. The turkey seemed to take quite a lot of while, and I was expecting more flapping from this, to be honest. But his eyes are closed, and he seems to be pretty gone already. So, yeah, that was a lot more peaceful than I thought, though. So let's let him. Jinxed it. Also, too, a lot of times as they're dying, their muscles just kind of have those contractions, so it doesn't necessarily mean he's still struggling or still alive, but you kind of go through those shakes. Ooh.
Chris, would you ever go vegetarian? Is this enough to make you?
I don't know. I have more appreciation for it now, for people that are vegetarian, I think, because it is so hard. So I think it's true. Like, if you're not capable of doing this, you're not willing to do it, then you're kind of just passing the buck to someone else, and animals aren't really in great conditions. So if you eat meat, I think you should definitely have to do this at least once and go through that process and see if you want to make that decision. But I don't think I can be vegetarian. Do you?
almost enough to make me.
Oh, you getting close? I think you go for a month and be like, okay, I want meat.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely notice I eat less meat. Well,
Less meat?
yeah, I would think.
Is that just because we don't have enough? Or?
That's what I was about to say. But it makes you realize that you don't need meat in every meal or even every day.
Although we are losing a lot of weight, so we kind of do want to keep that in. Okay, so same process as we kind of have through the turkeys, except these guys are a lot smaller. You want to school them, just makes their plucking of the feathers a lot easier and kind of loosens them up to get them out, because we're doing these ones at home, so don't have a chicken plucker here yet, not going to the farm, so we'll do a quick scold and then we'll go out and pluck. So much easier to get it in here than the turkey. So you don't want them there for too long, so you don't want to cook the meat or get the fat going or anything, so probably about 20-30 seconds. Let's get it nice and in there. Try not to make a mess. Oh, I see a nice looking chicken wing, baby. And in there. And we'll go pluck some feathers. So it's the same kind of process as with the turkey. And once you've scalded them, they come out pretty easy. These actually look like they're all going to come out a lot easier than they did with the turkey. I think with the turkey's bigger feathers, it was a lot harder. So these ones look like they're coming out nice and pretty easy, which is good. It should be a lot quicker. So that probably took us about 15 minutes to pluck and get to this point. There's still a few guys on there, but we're gonna go get them in an ice bath to start to chill, and then we'll kind of do some last minute tweezing to get the last pieces out. But that was, God, 10 times quicker than the turkey was and 10 times easier. The feathers come out so much easier. So next time we do it with a chicken plucker, it should be super easy and take a few minutes. 2 more to go. Steph's turn. Should have got you a step stool.
Just all the way in?
Yeah, just to like the yellow spot on his legs. And then just kind of swoosh him around and go in and out. Cool. We're good. Hang for a minute and then into the bucket. Quick little turkey bath to cool them down before we start to butcher. Okay, so we got our bird plucked, which was way easier than the turkey, which is amazing. We got that done in no time, so now we're gonna butcher them. So first step is to kind of get the head off there, so you want to keep the neck as well, so we're just going to cut around the neck and we'll end up keeping most of that. So that can go off. We'll do the legs. So with these, you just kind of want to find the joints. So if you bend them, you can actually see right where that joint is in there. So when you do that, you just kind of break it. And that way when you're cutting through, you're not going to cut through the bone. You're just going to kind of cut through that cartilage. It's right in there. And that's a simple cut through. You're not going to kill your knife. It just goes right through and you get rid of the foot there. I find it's easier if you break it first. Some people cut a bit first, but if you break it, you can kind of see exactly where it's going to be. That round the other way. 10 minutes to go. middle, and then you got your bird off there. Same as the turkeys, they got a little food sack that's in there. So to start, you kind of just want to grab some skin and just kind of cut that open there, which is where you're eventually going to go in. And you want to be careful that you're not going to cut the actual food sack. You can kind of see it there because then you're going to contaminate all that food and stuff into your meat. So I have popped it once before, so we'll see if I can get away with not doing that again. And you want to find these two kind of things, the trachea there, which is the tube. So you want to get under that, just so you can get your finger under there. And pull it out, and then you kind of just want to pull this off. Hopefully it doesn't pop. It's easier to pull it than it is to cut it, because if you cut it, you're more likely to break it. So you can kind of see it's there, how it attaches to the meat. So you just kind of want to pull off that part that's stuck to the meat there. And keep working your way around that. Okay, and you kind of want to cut around the rest of the fat so that you keep the neck. And you can flip them over. Stuff, and then that will just come off as well, so that we're left with the neck, and you kind of got that food sack that's hanging off there, and the trachea. So now the other thing you want to do is take off this little piece at the back. It's kind of butt there and it's bent, and you don't want to cut that intestine, again just because you don't want to contaminate the meat. So you're just going to kind of make a gentle cut up there and go around, and just make sure you're not going to cut in to that intestine, but you're going to get down to the backbone that's there. Same kind of thing, just want to work your way around the vent. See it a little better. Not the neatest job, I'm getting blood everywhere, but oh well. Okay, so I've now gone through the backbone, and again, just being really careful not to cut that open. Okay, and then get the bird on its back, and so that's the breast side up, and again just kind of cut in here, which is where you're just going to kind of go in and get all the guts from. So I just want to make it kind of cut through there, and again you just want to make sure you pull that skin up there so that you're not cutting in the intestine. You can see that's right there. So if you'd cut into that, that would have kind of put things all over the place. So get yourself a nice big enough hole that's there. This you kind of want to cut off up here so it'll slide through the other way eventually. And now, pry that open, and you're just going to start kind of working your way in there and loosening everything up. So take your time. You're just kind of pulling the stuff off of the side walls that's in there and loosening everything up, and then eventually it'll start to come out on its own. You can see now, this is kind of gross, but you've got that part where you cut out the vent already. Now you can see that intestine going through still intact. And now it's really easy just to kind of cut around the outside part and making sure that you're not gonna cut into that intestine. Now that's fully out. So that's kind of all your guts. So there's things that you want to keep. Again, just kind of trying to use everything. So you've got your gizzard, which is that guy there. You've got the heart. I'm going to cut off all the connective tissue. And then you got your liver, which is really good for making chicken liver pate. So you want to cut that off. The little green sac that's there, you want to make sure you don't cut that. That's the gallbladder, so that's where you'll get all your bile from. So you just kind of want to loosen it off there as best you can, but that's attached to the liver. So you just kind of got to cut up a little bit higher than that to make sure that you don't get that into anything that you're going to eat. And you can just trim that off. So again, all things we can kind of utilize. Won't bother keeping that fat, but that's your intestines, all that other stuff that you can clean out there. And then the lungs are always the last. They're a little bit more difficult. They're really spongy and kind of attached to the back there. So a couple other things you want to work your way in there. Let's see if you can pull out. So as the lungs, you can see they're kind of spongy. A little bit harder to get out of there. That's the food sack, which I accidentally pulled all the way through. Just one. And then once we're done, we'll obviously go and give this a good rinse out inside in the sink and get any last kind of bits out that are in there. The last thing you want to do is just take the neck off, because you can use that in soups and things. And for stocks, you kind of want to get as high up as you can. On there. And I'm just going to cut all the way around. Once that's done, you should just be able to twist that off. And then you got your chicken neck there as well for soups and stocks and things like that. So our bird's all done, so we're eating that for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. It's not a turkey, but we got too impatient and ate our other ones, so we get mini chickens, which kind of works best for our family meals anyways. So luckily I came back out to build the car tonight and realized it. We put all the chickens away and we obviously missed one. So we got one little terrified guy underneath the coop.
Oh yeah, I see him. He's like close to you. Oh yeah, I don't know, I can't tell.
Come on, buddy, I'm gonna put you back in. Come here. Yeah. Holy baby.
Oh my gosh.
Something's up to him. Okay.
Oh buddy. Oh buddy.
Yeah, I wonder what else we can do. Let's see. Wow. That's nuts.
I hope the other birds are mean to him.
hiding. I'm amazed that if something got him, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Though. Like, what would get him and just do a bit of damage but leave him alive?
Maybe a dog.
Yeah, it looks like something bit his like head.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's that straight line around.
Or I wonder if another bird came and got him.
No. Oh, like an owl.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't think.
And then just like left it, like tried to pick it up.
Oh, is his leg broken or something too?
Oh.
Yeah, he can't walk, eh? Yeah, he didn't even want to walk there. Oh,
Baby.
well, we'll put him out of his misery tomorrow, eh?
Yeah. I just hope the other birds don't like
Heck,
peck them.
our little duckies won't.
I think if they haven't.
I didn't know about that. I can't believe he made it back under here and was hiding.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed putting you in, bud. I'm not too selfish, but I'm glad that it didn't take him away.
Yeah.
We still get meat out of it. Poor fella. I am so curious as to what it was. He's taking care of him. I can't believe that. I saw him today. I'm like, oh, we just missed him, so he's hanging out, like hiding underneath till morning. Yeah, something bit right around his head. Well, I guess not so. I couldn't say you're lucky to be alive, but if he's broken a leg too. So it's just about morning time here. We got our little guy. He got attacked by something last night. I want to see how he's doing. Hey, Turkey. You stay there. Stay there. Yeah, he's yeah, I think he's got a broken leg or something, but it looks like he got bit right on the head. Yeah, I think we'll put him out of his misery tomorrow. See you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. I pardon you two turkeys. So it's 6 a.m. and I'm heading back to Vancouver to do Thanksgiving dinner. A little bit different than usual. I'm pre-packaging all the stuff to take, so got a full turkey or full chicken, sorry, in there in the black bag, and potatoes and beans from the garden and all of our sides and some pears and dried fruit, and heading back to do a joint Thanksgiving but a solo meal. Happy Thanksgiving. That's it for week 9. Thanks for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this week. And please make sure you hit that subscribe button below. And we hope everyone in your families had a very happy Canadian Thanksgiving. See you next week.